Hello there, and welcome to what is a pretty somber little video. I bring ye sad tidings in the form of the the death of Imperator. God, yay! The doom and gloom naysayers have finally gotten their way. It seems so. Well, let's get into it. Today, 30 minutes ago, in fact, we got an update from Paradox. Basically, what they've done is reorganized and reshuffled their entire organization into three main areas in Stockholm itself, in Paradox Development Studios. PDS Green for Stellaris, PDS Red for Crusader Kings 3, and PDS Gold for Hearts of Iron 4. You might have noticed that Imperator Rome is not assigned to any of the studios mentioned above. The reason for this is that on a regular basis, we analyze the projects we have in development, where they are at, what they're trying to do, and what people and resources we have working on them. As part of this analysis, we realized that there was a need to bring reinforcement for a couple of the projects at PDS, and given where Imperator was at in the run-up to 2.0's launch, we decided that after the launch of the update, we would move people from Imperator to these other projects. Right now, we're working on plans to regrow the team for Imperator and continue development, but for the short term, we needed to focus our efforts on these other projects. Went to the breaking news to manage everyone's expectations. Don't expect Imperator news at PDXCon or any new content coming out in 2021. Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting any new content from Imperator, purely because of this. This is something I tweeted earlier today. On the PDXCon website, you get to choose what game you wish to be notified on, and as you can see there, Imperator is not on that list. I'm, of course, quite salty about this, as I feel I have a right to be. And yeah, so it's not going to be there for PDXCon, and for at least the rest of this year, we're not going to get any new Imperator content or updates or anything of the sort, because there simply isn't anyone working on the game anymore. Everyone who was working on it is being shifted over to these three games, which apparently are in heavy need of reinforcement. That's a claim that I'm trying to take at face value, but I don't believe you. I'll accept that when I see it. I don't think any of these games really are in true need of reinforcement. They're all doing pretty fucking well on their own. So I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I'll believe it when I see it. When I see an update for them that's like, oh yeah, totally, you definitely needed the reinforcement there. Until then, I can't bring myself to believe it. So he also posts onto the Imperator forum an update. Imperator is important to us, and you, our fans, are also important to us, so we're going to figure this out. Not sure when we'll be back with more content, but the aim is to continue the same trajectory the game has been going in, with great quality of life updates, free content, and solid enjoyable DLCs. You know what? The most funny thing is about this, the absolute hilarity of this this decision, is that of the 5 most recent DLCs that have been released by Paradox, so that would be, if I can find it right now, Stellaris Nemesis, EU4 Leviathan, I guess not all DLCs, but Empire of Sin was recently released, and Battle for the Bosporus for Hearts of Iron. Every single one of those is either mixed reviews, so beneath 50% on Steam reviews, or like Leviathan, it is the worst reviewed game on all of Steam, with positive review scores in the single digits, which is, you know, you can call it review bombing or you could call it justified. I don't know, but it is the worst reviewed game or DLC or just item in general on all of Steam. the most recent release to buck that particular trend was the Heirs of Alexander content pack for Imperator Rome, which was reviewed as very positive. It's you know what? No, that's fair enough. They totally need the reinforcement so that they can stop releasing content that is reviewed so awfully, because it seems like only Imperator's team is able to create content that people fucking like. Oh my god, I am salty. I am salty about this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very upset about this. It sucks. It really does fucking suck. Aheo post as well. As mentioned above, many of the faces you become used to seeing in relation to Imperator will be moving on to utilize their talent in support of new projects. 2.0 was and will remain a seminal moment in Imperator's history. The reception from the players has been overwhelming, and we're beyond proud of what the team has accomplished, and they should be. They'll also be joining the team in their exodus to projects various, so I want to take this opportunity to thank the team, community, and fans for crafting Imperator into a strong, unique element in the PDS repertoire. I have confidence that Imperator will continue to grow towards the vision we created for it, and it will continue to be present both here and elsewhere for further conversation regarding the best Paradox Development Studios game. And you know what? He might be putting a winky face on that, but me personally, no, it is. Imperator is the best Paradox game right now. Just, it fucking is. Yeah, I'm annoyed. My own comment here was, well, shit. But I believe there are also some dev comments that we should have a look at. Some further informations. What the chances of Imperator being shelved permanently because it looks like it? It's not our intention, but obviously no one can predict the future. Imperator's in a good place right now, so I felt it was safe to pause development for a bit and help reinforce some other projects. This isn't ideal. We've traditionally moved people around projects for quite a lot to ensure we can get things done. We're trying not to move people around so much now because it causes other problems, and in the short term that means one of the projects unfortunately had to give up a few people, or apparently all of the people, unfortunately. And again, talking about whether it'll be shelved permanently. It's the reason we haven't said anything before now, even though the decision was made a while ago, which is why we have not seen any development diaries at all, not a single one. We're hoping that we'd have the solution in place to extend, to the extent we could communicate some timeline to you all, but alas, things have simply moved slower than we'd hoped, and it was important that we told you about this before ParadoxCon, as we have no desire for you to have misplaced expectations on the event or the team, nor do we want the people that have moved to other projects to be caught between two different realities when they engage with you on here, social media, or at the event. So yeah, is Imperator dead? In the short term, I guess so. There's not going to be any dev diaries. There's not going to be any updates. There's not going to be any content. No DLC. Nothing new to look at from the team themselves. I suppose what this does do is allows the people who are modding Imperator the freedom to mod Imperator without having to worry about an update on the scale of 2.0 or 1.2 to completely throw all of their work in the bin and have them, start again. I suppose that is the one upside I can see about this. The mod devs will now be able to mod in relative calm, I guess. I just wanted to highlight a couple of the mods that I will be looking at as well, or following closely as time goes on. First off, Imperatrix Victoria is one that I have been looking at very closely. This is an attempt to bring the Victoria 2 timeline into Imperator Rome, utilizing the civilization value of Imperator to mean infrastructure, which is a really interesting way of going about things. And right now it's looking like it's in a good place. It's looking, this update was posted only yesterday, so things are still going ahead. in-game screenshots of South America. It's looking really good, and also of the Ottoman Empire. And you know, obviously I haven't managed to play the update yet, but I am very excited and very much looking forward to giving it a try, for sure. So that is one thing we can look forward to. Victoria 3 in Imperator. I've been saying for quite some time that I want to see EU4's timeline, 1444, in Imperator, because Imperator has just got objectively superior mechanics to EU4. But yeah, this is looking like something a close second desire, for sure. Another update, or another mod that I've been looking at as well, is again posted not too long ago. This was a month ago. We've got the mod successfully working for 2.0. This is the 129 BC Late Republic mod, and it also had an update, I believe yesterday. It released the mod functioning for 2.0 that you can go and play. There's a couple of known issues, but you get to play around in the late Republican era. It's mostly a map overhaul, which is kind of cool. It's something else that is worth looking at. And then finally, we also have the Bronze Age return to Imperator Rome after Snola has taken over the mod, with Svanley's permission, of course. So we also have the Bronze Age back in Imperator Rome working with 2.0, which is absolutely delightful to see, because this is the game that suits the time period the most. With all due respect to Svanley, I do not think that CK3 is the correct fit for the game. For the Bronze Age. So I'm very glad to see that work is continuing on the Bronze Age for Imperator, and it is looking like something else that I will be checking out in the not too distant future. So that all said, where does my channel go from here? Because I think it's fair to say that I have definitely pivoted my content towards Imperator in recent history since Imperator came out for the past 2 years. It's fair to say that I have very much focused on Imperator, and if Imperator's not going to get updated anymore, that's going to really spell the death of my channel if I stubbornly stick to it. I mean, yes, there are mods, and I will be looking at all of the mods. There will be series on each of them in due time. I will also go through and achieve the achievements I have not yet earned. I've got 13 of those left. They will be on the channel as well. But other than that, where do I go from here with the channel? And I don't know the answer to that yet. I have 5,000 hours in EU4, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I have no desire to make that the mainstay of my channel again. The things that I have always disliked in EU4 have been completely solved in Imperator. Mana pops, no characters, etc. And going back to EU4, whenever I play the game, it makes me really hate those systems even more, and I just find myself liking the game less and less, and I don't feel like that makes for good content. Of course, we've got Humankind coming up, which I very much enjoy. I hope that will be good for the channel, but I don't see that as a staple. Maybe it will turn into one, who knows? But yeah, I'm a little bit lost. I don't know what the future of the channel is going to be right now. It's weird and a little scary, and I don't know. I always wanted to avoid becoming one of those one game channels, and it's for a long time I felt like I'd failed in that when I was playing EU4 quite a bit. Anything else that I did really failed compared to playing EU4, and then I got into Imperator, and then that worked for a time, though I imagine if I'd went with Hearts of Iron, my subscribers would be much higher than they are right now. Although I really don't like the game, so maybe I would have been depressed a bit more. Who knows? I don't know. But it's gonna take me a bit of time to find out what my new niche is gonna be. We'll see. Imperator isn't gonna go away on the channel. We're still gonna be playing multiplayer games. We're still gonna be playing with mods. We're still gonna do achievement runs. We're still gonna do challenges, all that kind of good stuff. I do plan on continuing the tutorial series, which I guess now is going to be the definitive one because it's not going to fucking change ever. Those I do plan on continuing. The reason that it stopped was, mostly mental health, and it was just becoming too stressful for me. I hate editing, and it was just a pain in the ass. But yeah, that will continue, and I guess we'll see together where the channel goes. Hopefully, Imperator will be back before I run out of shit to do with it, and it'll be a resurgence and a renaissance for the game and the channel, and everything will be great and glorious, and nothing's gonna go wrong. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I know I'm rambling. Rest in peace, sweet prince, or sweet Daidoki. I miss you already. Fuck.